So how does the gut actually communicate with the brain? I'm on my way to the place to help me understand this better. Dr. Henning, what is this contraption I'm looking at?
This is an anaerobic chamber, which we use to cultivate anaerobic microorganisms from the human gut.
Okay, anaerobic means no air inside, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so what do I need to do now, first of all?
You can stick your arms into these sleeves.
Dr. Henning Seedorf is showing me how he gets exclusive access to the latest scoop in the world of bacteria. I feel like a deep-sea probe of some sort. Spoiler alert. It involves some poo. So that is the shit.
Yes.
Let's get some poo out. Anything from here is good?
Yeah. So there are 100 billion bacteria in probably 1 gram of feces, roughly.
What do they look like?
So you can see that there are different types of bacteria. Bacteria kind of also talk to each other, or they communicate or interact with each other.
Sure.
There's a lot of exchange of genetic material, but there are also bacteria that clearly they do not like other bacteria. So in this case, you can see that there's a spot of bacteria here, a big colony. So these bacteria really don't like each other here. So it's particularly this one in the middle here, this spot.
Yeah, there's sort of a moat.
This moat is basically an area where that bacterium in the middle has killed the other bacterium that is growing next to it.
Just imagine. There are trillions of microbes working, waging wars and forming alliances, all in your gut.
Some people will refer to it actually as an additional organ. So there are estimates that the number of cells in the gut is equivalent to the total number of cells that we have in the human body. There's increasing evidence that the microbiome from the gut has strong effects on our mental well-being.
How much do we know about this connection between the brain and the gut?
So you have a lot of information that is generated in the gut, and that is actually also fed into the neurons, and those are connected to the brain also. So you have a feedback between the brain and the gut, and the other way around as well. If we're like stressed out, for example, then it turns into our stomach problems,
Yeah.
and sometimes the other way around also.
Yes.
So there's a connection between what's happening in the gut and also what's happening in our brain, basically, also.
Researchers call our microbiome our second brain. And I will show you why. The gut technically is the gastrointestinal tract, or digestive system, a pathway from your mouth to your butt. There are some 500 million neurons in the gut. Not only do they control your digestion and tell you if you're hungry or you're satisfied, they can also change our perception of the world and alter our behavior. Neurons, bacteria, good stuff. This connection between the brain and the gut is a two-way highway. For example, 90% of serotonin, the chemical substance that regulates feelings of happiness, is produced here in the gut. Every single one of us has a very different microbiome. Each unique microbiome may respond to different foods differently. So it may be a long journey to find out what works for me or you.